How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Oracle Rising. My name is Robin. Namaste, everybody. Love and light, peace and blessings, all of that groovy stuff. So I want to talk about starseeds a little bit more today. I do like to focus quite a bit on starseeds because I'm an Arcturian starseed and a healer. So I just want to help you guys as a collective of starseeds like reach your full potential. Okay, so the thing about starseeds is it can be a very lonely path. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today is how to spot other starseeds, how to get in communication with them, how to connect with them. If you're not sure what a starseed is, you guys, I do have an extensive library of different types of starseeds under a starseed folder on my video playlist. So go ahead and check that out if you're a little bit, what's a starseed, So anyway, starseeds are strategically located around the Earth because we are part of a grid of light that is assisting the planet and humanity to rise out of the 3D matrix, okay? Because this is just a hot mess where we are right now. So excuse me, I should have planned this better. I'm just gonna get my list. I'm here. Okay, so one of the things about starseeds, and I can attest to this, is that you could spend a lot of time alone. You could be a loner, you could be perceived as a loner, okay? And you might recognize that in someone else, okay? So that by itself, that standalone trait is not an identifying factor of a starseed. It's just very common. And because starseeds just need a certain type of energy to be around, they can find the 3D matrix and people that are stuck in it very draining and very toxic. So there's a lot of rest and recharging that goes into being a starseed, and this is why it's so urgently important to find people that are on the same vibration and on the same mission. Okay, so somebody that is like declining invitations, or like popping in and doing a cameo and then leaving, just like, ugh, I need to get out of here. The energy's too heavy, too sticky. That could be a really important sign in identifying how you can increase your starseed network, which is not always easy. So I want to throw out another tip for you guys. There are things called cities of light, and these are where there could be a higher concentration of starseeds available so that you can actually start interacting with starseeds in person instead of online. Okay, so just going to mention again, there's tons of social media groups for starseeds, and I do believe that Steve Nobel, who is an amazing starseed guide, he started a social media platform very similar to the other ones out there, the big ones that are for like creatures of light. Okay, so those are really good places to start, you guys, if you just feel like your starseed mission is a little bit lonely and you'd like to actually go and have coffee or lunch with somebody that is sort of vibrating on the same level of awareness and energy, okay, frequency. Starseeds are very empathetic people, okay? This is another very common trait. It's very high on the list. And this could be where a lot of people just really tap into their starseed awareness, their starseed awakening, okay? That's what happened to me and for me. I actually years and years ago, as I was beginning on my road to awakening and spiritual awareness, stepping out of the matrix, I joined a group on Facebook that was like for empaths, and then I started becoming aware of all these other things that are going on, like, oh, people are talking about starseeds, and then I had this dawning awareness in myself. So those communities can be really good for meeting starseeds as well. I've done videos on being an empath and stuff like that too, so you guys might want to check that out. Starseeds are incredibly intuitive people, okay? You could see somebody that is very skeptic of another person's energy or watching something unfold in the news, and you can just see like the question mark on somebody's face. So unfortunately, when people are in the pull of the 3D matrix, they tend to believe everything that is being broadcast on big news stations without doing any sort of research, and it can be very overwhelming for them. But a starseed would basically sit back and go, there's more to this story. I think you should tune out of it. They're very intuitive when meeting people. Can you trust them? Having physical reactions, or, just knowing if somebody is a good person. So that's another thing to look for if you're hoping to broaden your starseed network. Something that really jumped out at me when I was doing the research for this for you guys is that starseeds, they could be a little bit clumsy or a little bit out of sync. Okay, so this is somebody that could just sort of trip and fall over nothing. They could have rhythm a lot of the times, but then just be an absolute sort of spastic menace sometimes. And this is just because it's hard to be sort of a starseed being of love and light operating in the 3D matrix, because it's very difficult for starseeds, which is why you have that loner sort of aspect as well. It's like, I just need to go home and recharge, right? You could see a really deep loneliness in their eyes as well, because unfortunately, one of the downsides of being a starseed is feeling like they never belong anywhere. Like just knowing that this is not my home and I need to go somewhere else. And when I say this, I mean this planet. Like this sort of, like underlying energy of, I might like it here. I like the people here. I'm on a mission. I know that, but I can't wait to leave. Okay, so you could see that sort of like deep yearning to be somewhere else. And if you're checking yourself out for all of these things, like maybe ask yourself, like, am I really a starseed? And there's tons of starseed quizzes online, and I think they're pretty accurate. I've done multiple on my own when I started to have my own starseed awakening. And it was pretty shocking. I tried all these different ones and I always came up with the same results. So don't be too skeptical of stuff like that. They're prepared by starseeds for starseeds, okay? Something else that's very common about starseeds is that they may have had one or more near-death experiences and just like, wow, I escaped with my life, and just so you can sort of get a glimpse of the other side. And two, you're not ready to go yet. You have a higher mission to adhere to. So you are probably rescued by your guardian angel or your starseed guide. They're maybe just put you in a really close brush so that you could start your own awakening, which is kind of what happened to me, like hand in hand with belonging to that. It was called Empaths for Beginners. So I met a lot of really interesting people there, but then I also had a very, very, I was kind of close to death there for a little while. I was extremely ill. Long story, I won't get into it. And starseeds are generally the first people that are going to jump up and help. They're going to help with their actions and help with their words. Okay, so they could be a very calming influence. They could actually get up and stand in front of somebody that is in imminent danger. So you could be recognizing these in the people around you, possibly even your children. Like I said to one of my sons that I believe that he is a starseed of the highest order, but he's not ready to recognize it yet. So this is also really important too, is like you could be recognizing traits in other people. It's a kind of a hard conversation to have, because if people are not ready to be awakened to their mission as a starseed on Earth, is it your job to go and wake them up, or do you wait silently for them to have this aha moment? So being a starseed can be a little bit tricky, but everybody is starting to wake up now, experiencing DNA activation, having their starseed origin awareness become apparent to them, whether it is coming in forms of dreams, or maybe you're seeing videos on your YouTube channel while you're scrolling, just the same way that people are finding me. and just really starting to form communities of love and light, because that's what we're here to do. That is our mission. It's sort of a do no harm, and really deeply feeling. So it's a really beautiful path, you guys, but it can also be very complex in the sense that you feel things so deeply. So if you guys really are like looking to broaden your horizons, like in the sense of communicating with other starseeds, because you finally feel like, wow, I'm so understood, you know, you could really go and check out all the different videos I've done for Starseeds and see who commented on them, or just go join social media groups if you have identified what kind of Starseed you are, and jump in there. Just keep in mind, not all of them are love and light communities, okay? So just like keep your expectations low when you're joining these big communities on social media. So I hope this was really helpful. Remember to comment what kind of starseed you are down below in the comments. Once again, I'm an Arcturian starseed, and I'm here to wish you love and many blessings. Take care, guys. Bye.